Dragon Ball Sparking Zero just dropped some really good information. I can't believe I'm about to react to what's essentially a tweet. It's just a tweet. But this tweet has a new trailer that just revealed something even bigger than their usual character trailers. Like, those are cool, but this is something else. We're talking about online battles and tournament mode, which come with a bunch of options. This is once again Sparking Zero going above and beyond. Like, I'm getting from this the same vibe that I got back when story mode was revealed, which was like, yeah, of course they're gonna have story mode. Oh wait, they're going beyond that. They're doing what if stories. Oh wait, they're doing even more. You can create your own custom battles. And the editor actually looks really cool. Goddamn, they're really going all out with this. And with tournament mode, I'm getting exactly the same vibe. Like, this is way more than what we were expecting. And that's not all, because the tweet itself mentions spectator mode. This may not be a big deal for some of you guys, but this means that we can actually watch two other people play inside the game itself. For tournaments, this is incredible. You're gonna watch some high quality tournament footage. I'm so happy about this because this means that Ultimate Burst is safe. If you missed the announcement, Ultimate Burst is the biggest online anime game tournament of the year. And the main games this year will be Demon Slayer, Storm Connections, Dragon Ball FighterZ, and Sparking Zero. Having announced this last Friday, not knowing if we're getting lobbies or a spectator mode, this really feels like Bandai just tapping me on the back saying, go for it, buddy. And I'm so happy. Ultimate Burst is happening November 9 and 10. Signups and more on the AGC Discord, link down below. But here's the full trailer that they just launched. Here we go! Battle and tournament mode. You're not ready for these reveals. First of all, is that the Supreme Kai I see there? New confirmation? All right, some matchmaking conditions. We're going to look at all of this. All of this. Don't worry about it. You don't need to read everything. But yeah, Supreme Kai just right there. World Tournament online, baby. Online. I wasn't sure they were going to do it. I knew World Tournaments were going to be offline and all of these options. This is the big deal of this video. These options. But here's the first look at tournament. Yeah, you get the bracket. And today we're going to see the Great Saiyaman in the World Tournament. You can defeat your opponents normally, or... I didn't notice, like, Cell's knockback being nerfed there. Because, like, usually when there's ring outs on, the knockback becomes a little bit nerfed. But I didn't look like it was the case. But ring outs confirmed to be returning. But that's not all. There's some options here that you guys are not ready for, because I wasn't ready for them either. Right at the start, we have our first look at the game's main menu. Right now, we have battle and training selected, but if we go to the left, you can see episode and custom battles. And that's where you can play the story mode or create your own battle scenarios, the game modes that they've already showcased. There's also challenges and missions to the right side there. I'm curious what those are for sure, but yeah, it seems like in this menu, you'll cycle left and right, probably changing the background and the characters on screen, and you have one menu for each item you scroll. That's the Sparking Zero main menu right there. And today we're looking at this battle mode, which once you select it, you've got online and offline. We already know about offline. I mean, every single Sparking Zero demo was probably played using this mode, player versus CPU offline play. But this is also where you can play against other players with offline split screen, but only in the hyperbolic time chamber, as we've discussed in previous videos. Online has a little bit of more info. Once we press it, we can confirm that we'll have player matches and ranked matches. And you can also check out the player rankings. So we have casuals and we have ranked. So far, so good. And for ranked, we have some extra options. You can choose to play single or DP battle, meaning that there will be at least 2 types of ranked matches in Sparking Zero. I don't know if this is looping already or if the cursor is just going back and forth, you know? Maybe there could be a third icon that is like team battle, but at the very least, you have 2 types of ranked matches, which are single and DP battle, with probably 2 separate leaderboards. Now, DP battles, for those that don't know, are team battles, but your characters each have a number of DP or destructive points. So you have a limit on how strong you can make your characters. This was a concept that was already present in Tenkaichi 3, where each character has a power level attached to them and you cannot exceed a certain limit. Now, I do have a slight problem with this because the power level is usually all about how strong these characters are in Dragon Ball canon, and not how strong they are in game. For instance, Android 17, who is a top 3 character in Tenkaichi 3 competitive, only costs 5 DP in Tenkaichi 3. The strongest of Frieza forms competitively is actually his 3rd form, and that is definitely not the most expensive one. So applying this DP power limit to ranked battles, I think we might actually see less character variety because of it, because some characters will just feel very strong and very cheap, that it will just feel mandatory to pick them if you're trying to win, which is the whole point of ranked matches. But that's also what balance patches are for, and this game will be around for a while after release, and I'm sure that post-release support will be good as far as that balancing act goes. They definitely don't want this game to be balanced. They want the strongest characters in Dragon Ball canon to be stronger in the game as well, but it doesn't always work like that because you have unique abilities, unique Blast 1s and Blast 2s. So I think ultimately balance patches are going to be trying to make the expensive characters stronger. So like Dragon Ball canon characters as strong as possible, and then maybe trying to nerf the cheaper characters bit by bit. We'll see. And then the feature that I wasn't sure they were going to do, but we're actually going to have a tournament mode online. I think we all expected a tournament mode in this game. After all, it's been one of the main game modes in every single Tenkaichi game. And much like Tenkaichi 3, this has a list of tournaments for you to beat offline if you want. This is as far as I expected. I wasn't sure if they were going to do more than this. Now, each tournament has their own custom rules like ring outs, and I wonder if the Yamcha games still force you to play as a random character. We'll see. But you can also take these tournaments online and even create your own. And we can see right here the list of rules that you have available. Now, fair warning, the menu they're showing here is for offline tournament mode, meaning we don't know if online tournaments have the same options, but I'm going to assume they do. The first two options I believe are brand new. They are about player character or CPU character restrictions. This seems to be an on or off toggle, so I'm not entirely sure what the restrictions are here. We'll have to wait to learn more. You've also got the time limit for each match, and you've got the stage. These options scroll by the World Tournament, which takes place obviously in the World Tournament stage, the Cell Games, which take place in the Cell Games arena, and then the other World Tournament shows us that you can actually set the stage to random. For match type, all of these tournaments say single battle, but this being an option, I'm guessing we can also set it to DP battle and maybe even team battle without the DP restrictions. Character selection just says any on all three of these tournaments that they highlighted, but this is potentially where you could set it to random characters like the Yamcha games used to do. Then we have customization on or off, and I believe customization is going to be more than just your character's looks. Tenkaichi games often have capsules or Potara earrings that you can equip on your character that buffs them, and they have confirmed that this game will also have ability items that can boost your stats. So that is probably what they're talking about here. And next, we have a very interesting option. Do you want your characters to recover HP after a match, or make it more like a survival type deal? And you can see that in the Cell Games, you're set to only recover 20% of your HP. This is going to be really cool if you want to run a tournament mode online with friends, because it's not enough to win. Having a good run puts you in a better position for the finals. And finally, the two options that I think are the most important here. We have seen the ring outs during our initial reaction. This is our first time seeing them in Sparking Zero. I always thought they would be back, but it's nice to have confirmation. But this time they are going beyond it. They are adding a toggle for flying on or off. And as you can see, the Tournament of Power is one of the tournaments on that list, and I bet that it has flying turned off. Now, not being able to fly in Sparking Zero is maybe not as big of a deal as in previous games. At least if everyone starts behaving like Mr. Satan and just has infinite jumps. I guess it does hurt mobility a little bit, but it's not like you're actually just fighting on the ground. Still, it could very well be enough to create a whole new fighting style in a different meta if there is a group of players dedicated to playing only with flying off. I bet they could find some wild tech. Assuming we get all of these options for online tournaments, I could see a whole bunch of different community events, each with their own gimmicks. We're gonna see single battle tournaments, we're gonna see DP battle tournaments, we're gonna see survival tournaments where your HP doesn't fully recover, we're gonna see ring out tournaments, no flying tournaments, and I bet each one of them is gonna require a different set of skills. As for our tournament, Ultimate Burst, it's a bit too soon to put the rules into writing, but I'm a big believer that the game should dictate the rules. So from the options we saw today, we might actually run DP battle rules, which I was definitely not expecting, but nothing confirmed so far. We'll wait for the game to release, but you don't have to wait to sign up, as sign-ups are open right now for Sparking Zero as well as all the other games. All you gotta do is get that Ultimate Burst role as you join the AGC Discord, and you'll get access to all the chats with the sign-up links as well. Link to the Discord in the description below. But Globku, are you gonna play in the tournament? Well, I'll probably be busy running it, so it might be hard to do that, but if I was, I'd probably play my main. I just hope that he's not too expensive with this DP system. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.